I was just finishing setting up. That's why there's a bit of a quiet situation. Just trying to get everything set up. There we go. Okay, so nobody's in yet, which is fine. If you're watching this in the future, hi, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Sarah, and in today's video, we're going to be crocheting some chickens. Let's see, I have, still trying to adjust the camera. Okay, there we go. Looks good. I'm going to be crocheting mainly white chickens today. I've made one just before I started, so they work up really quickly. Before I get started, you guys can find the pattern in the description. There's a free tutorial for it on my channel. I also have the free Instagram pattern up on my Instagram. So if you want to check it out, you can. Let's see. It's in the description. That's what I was going to say. I think that's about all I have to say before we get started. So I'm going to make another white chicken, and then maybe out of this color as well. I only have one of these, so I do want to make more. We'll see how many I can get done. So I've got my white yarn here, yellow for the beak, black for the eyes, and then I already made the combs earlier, so I don't have to do that now. Woo woo. I'm using a 6mm hook. And I actually like to start off my magic ring or my chain 2 method in a different way than what's normal. I use like a little bit of scrap yarn, that closes really easily. I know some people were like, doesn't this make it more complicated? And I guess you can say that, but how easily it closes is totally worth it. So you just kind of work into it like it's a magic ring, and then it closes right up. So, I don't know if you guys read the title or not, but it's day 1 of the Market Prep Challenge. It's Cameron's Cute Creations Market Prep Challenge. I decided to just do a little bit of lives and have some fun with it. I'm going to be crocheting anyways, so why not do it on lives and talk to some of you guys. Hi, no, I just started just crocheting some chickens for the Market Prep Challenge. Do you have any projects you're working on right now? I've got a whole lot of projects I'm working on, but chickens are the priority right now. You're crocheting a little frog. Oh, I bet that's really cute. You know, I've actually never crocheted a frog before. I mean, we've all seen the leggy froggies, all sorts of other frogs. I've just never made one before. If you can hear random noises in the background, it's my cat. She's just messing with things. Ooh, are you having fun crocheting it? I haven't decided if I want to try it yet. I just think that a lot of people crochet frogs for their markets, and I like to be a little bit more original. But I know that they're also super cute, so. There's the body. Now I'm going to add all the beak, the eyes, and everything on. I like to do this before I close it so I can tie them real nice and not to tuck anything in either. Are you making like one of those boxy frogs or the ones with the legs? It sounds really cute, your frog. I'm thinking of maybe making a couple mini ones. I have a mini bin that I just put like a bunch of random things in, sell them all for $5. So now I'm thinking about adding frogs to that. That could be really cute. I think I'm going to put on some music, just a little background music. You can let me know if it's annoying or not, and I'll turn it off. Let's see. I don't know if you can even hear the music, but I'm trying to drown out. I don't know if you can even hear the music, but now you're trying to drown out. Now you're hearing me double. That's okay, I fixed it. Anyways. There we go. I was going to play around with the music before I started and I totally forgot. Let me know if the music's annoying and I can turn it off. One more round for this chicken. So I like to stuff my pieces when the hole is really small, and because I've been writing patterns recently, a lot of people have been telling me that I should write stuffing before. Okay, good. And I don't know, I just like to stuff it when it's real small, and then the stuffing doesn't get like caught up on the yarn when you're closing it up. Almost done. Just gotta sew up the bottom and then she'll be finished. Thank you. Yes, I've been crocheting for a long time, so this is also my pattern, so I kind of have experience. I don't think that's the right word, but I've got the pattern memorized, so I don't have to think about it. All done. So I want to have at least 2 of every color, all of these colors, the orange one, the gray one, this cream one here, and yeah, just those 3 have 2. They have duplicates. I just didn't want to get them all out. This one has 5 of them because I don't know how I did it, because crocheting all in one sitting the same thing over and over again can get really boring, but I've got 5 of these guys. I'm hoping they'll sell really well. They're super cute. And then I only have 1 of these cream ones, so I want to make some more today if I can. And now I have 3 white ones. So my white chickens, they always sell the best at markets. So I want to try and get 5 of them. So I guess that's what we'll do this whole time, is just make some white chickens. So we'll move on to the next one now. So I was picked to test a couple patterns. You can see, I believe you can see one of them on the screen. It's this little unicorn here. I just finished her this morning. She turned out so cute. This is by Erin's Crochet Corner. The pattern's not out yet. I was testing it, but definitely you should keep an eye out for it because it's super cute. And then the next thing I'm testing is a stingray pattern, like a realistic stingray pattern. Really cool. I'm also doing it out of the Skinny Chanel. I just finished the body and the tail, and I still have to add the fins, I think they're called, the wings. But yeah, it's pretty exciting. I actually find it really hard to find pattern tests on Instagram. Even when I look up the keyword pattern test, I can't find new tester calls. They're all old and closed. And then every once in a while I'll get a tester call in my feed and I'm like, oh, I'd love to apply, but then it's not really my style, whatever the piece is. So then when I'm not responding to those ones, commenting and stuff like that, then I don't get shown them as much. So I don't know. I apply when I can, I actually wasn't going to apply to the unicorn, but I decided to do it last minute because only 3 people had applied to her tester call. And I really tried to get other people to apply, but it is what it is, you know. Her tester call was closing the next day, so. But I'm very happy to help either way. Yeah, the unicorn is absolutely adorable. I'm really glad I got a chance to test it. The original pattern is made with size 6 or 7 plushie yarn. So I made it out of the skinny Chanel, and it's just so cute and small. Oh, I would like to add that I'm kind of in like the ideal place to be crocheting quickly. Like my chair is higher up and the desk isn't hitting my arm in any uncomfortable way. So that's why I'm able to crochet super fast right now. Like 80% of the time I don't crochet this fast, so if I'm watching like a movie or something, I'll crochet slower. But since I'm just focusing on this, I'm able to crochet pretty fast. I forgot to mention this earlier. Something really cool happened. So, the Market Prep Challenge is by Cameron's Cute Creations. I don't know if any of you are aware of it, but I attended it last year. I didn't have anyone that I knew on Instagram to be my accountability buddy, so I just did it alone. And I was like, I crochet all the time anyways. Why don't I just do the challenge too? And so I did. That's what I was gonna say. I did the challenge and I posted in my story every time I finished something. And I was watching Cameron's most recent video, and at the end of the video, as I'm like finishing something that I'm working on, I would usually click off, but I decided to sit there and listen to it, finish what I was working on. And when I glanced up at the screen, she was talking about the Market Prep Challenge, and in the Market Prep photo she put up on the screen was a picture of my unicorn, which was super cool to see. I mean, she only picked 5 photos, and I'm sure a lot more people attended the challenge than I did. But it was just really cool to see my photo up there. It was of a one-of-a-kind unicorn that I made. I haven't made any since, but now I'm thinking maybe I should. If you can't watch me and you gotta study, you should go study. You can always come back and watch it later. You can find Cameron on YouTube and on Instagram. I mean, you spelled it right, so. Unless you're asking about something else. There's fluffies all over the end of my table from all the yarn I'm using. I think that's the one thing I don't like about doing the chickens is how many colors I have to use. That's just a tiny bit, but that fluff goes everywhere. So the other day I was sewing something together. I think it was my unicorn I was working on with the plushie yarn, so the heavier yarn. And I was using one of these needles, and I was trying to tuck an end in. And so, you know, I put it on the needle, I pushed the needle through the piece, and then I pulled. And when I pulled, nothing came with the needle. Everything stayed behind, and it wasn't like the end fell off. So I was like, okay, that's weird. And then I tried to do it again. Put it on the needle, try to tuck it through, and it like popped off. Not as if I lost it somewhere inside, but just that it never went through into the piece at all. And then I looked at the needle, I was like, it's broken at the top. And it's funny because it duped me twice instead of me noticing once the first time that it was broken. So I'm still keeping it for pins, but it was just so funny. I pulled it once, pulled it twice, And then I finally was like, I think something's off with this needle. And there we have chicken number 2 done. We're at the 35-minute mark, which is pretty cool. I didn't expect to be done so quickly. So now I have 4 white chickens, and I think I'm going to find the cream yarn I want to work with and do 1 more chicken in the cream before we close out the video. So let me find the cream real quick. Looks like a hot mess, as you can see. We'll use up some of that yarn though and clean up the ball of yarn. I found that this yarn was a tiny bit thinner than the other Sweet Snuggles light. It's like not as fluffy, which is a little sad. Hello newcomers, I'm working on chickens, so if you have any questions about the chickens or the pattern or market prepping in general, you can ask them. Right now I'm working on this cream chicken with a little bit of white in it. Super cute colorway. I buy this yarn from Michaels. I usually have to order it though. They don't always have it on hand. I don't know if you have a Michaels in your area. I don't know where you live, but I also don't know if they do international shipping either, but it is something you could check out. I know that Hobby Yarn has yarn similar. I believe they're international. Maybe based in the UK, I'm not 100% sure. I haven't actually ordered from them before, but I was thinking about it because I find it really hard to find the colors I need now, and they have a lot of colors. So, there's that too. I think the only thing that I have against Michaels yarn is that every once in a while their balls aren't as fluffy as they should be. So like, they fall apart a lot faster than if they like really stuffed the fluff in between the core that they use on the yarn, if that makes sense. But usually you can tell when you pick it up that it's got that problem. But that's where it becomes an issue if you order from online, because you can't touch it before you can bring it home. So yeah, it's hit or miss. For the most part the yarn is pretty easy to use. If it has those issues, it's just hard to sew with. And I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of people don't like sewing, is they're sewing with the wrong yarn. If you are working with Chanel yarn and having a hard time getting it to go through the stitches, try using some acrylic yarn in a similar color, or even cotton yarn, and sew it in a way that you won't see it, and then you don't have to worry about it getting hooked on itself and snapping and all the other things that happen with Chanel yarn. And because the yarn's so fluffy, you won't see the acrylic yarn or the cotton yarn. And even if you could, that's why you use a color similar. That way, if it does show a little bit, it's not super noticeable. And on top of that, it will make your seams a lot stronger. And I imagine that any child with a doll will hold it by the limbs, not by the body. So it's all around a good thing. Yeah, I had to order the cream and white yarn, but I can sometimes find the colors I need at Michael's, so. There's, I use Sweet Snuggles Light and Chanel Home Slim. Those are the two that I use. I know they have chunkier yarn, size 7 yarn, but I really like my pieces to be a little more dainty. So that's why I like the Sweet Snuggles Light. I also know that Michael's has a hard time stocking, so if you can't find the yarn at all, then your store might not have gotten it yet. I think the Skinny Chanel yarn, same brand, has been out for a long time, and I didn't get it until very recently, so who knows. I think the other thing is that this yarn is really popular right now, which makes it hard for them to stock everywhere. So how's the weather where you live? Right now it is really warm. One of my testers for my unicorn pattern, she showed me a picture of her unicorn and it was snowing there. And to be honest, I was a little jealous. I know a lot of people aren't the biggest fan of cold weather, but I really prefer the cold weather over the bugs. I don't mind hot weather, but it's those bugs that come out when it gets warm. The worst. Yeah, she was showing me pictures of the snow, and I was like, oh, I miss the snow. We had a good snowstorm here where I live, and that was about it. A couple flurries every now and again, but actually, we might have had 2 snowstorms this year. It was a very cold winter, though. So at my desk I have a handle on the front, and it's like a square handle. Always hooking my yarn. Always. Like, it's the kind of handle that you can't really replace because it's got 2 screws, and it's just like an awkward handle. I didn't think about it when I bought the desk 3 or 4 years ago because I wasn't really crocheting as much, but if I could go back in time, I would not get this desk. I'd get something without the handles. Ooh, a snowstorm. Yeah, it's getting too warm now. But that's okay. Yeah, we had like a flurry a few days ago, I think. It was really cold, and then there was just like little bits of snow, but nothing serious. It didn't stick. But it is pretty late in the year for snow in some places, I guess, so I don't know. Giving the little guy his beak now. I think fall's my favorite season. There's less bugs, but it's still not like bitterly cold. And I like spring. I don't like spring being outside when it's springtime because of the bugs. Like I said before, I love to see the greenery come in and just see everything bloom, but the bugs, they're very annoying. We have tons and tons and tons of bees in our yard, and I know bees are great. They're good for you, good for the environment, whatever. They don't know how to mind their own business. They're in everything. They're all over the place. You can't take a step without hearing them buzz by. But spring is really beautiful, so. Yeah, you get to wear like all the comfy clothes, but you don't have to like bundle up. And then there's no bugs. Any season with no bugs is my favorite season. Yeah, I don't mind the winter so much, but I find that I always forget. I always underdress in winter. Like, I'm never warm enough. That's why I don't like winter. And then when you're like warm enough outside and then you go inside and then you're way too warm. Yeah. I don't know if you can hear it, but that's the dryer going off if you can hear it. I don't think you can hear it. I can hear it. It's a very loud, annoying, buzzing sound. We had to replace our dryer because it broke. It wasn't under warranty anymore. Like, it was like a week after. Some silly thing like that. You know how it always goes. So we get a new dryer, put it in, plug it in, run it, start using it, and then it just goes off. Our old dryer never buzzed. Our new dryer buzzes way too loud. So, I guess that's the price we gotta pay for dry clothes. Gigi, do you want to be on camera? Do you want to be in my window? Can you not walk on that? Oh. It's nearly lunchtime, so Gigi is in my zone. It's okay. We're almost done. No. Got the sneezes. I'm sorry. Now she's sitting on my things. There is the last chicken we're going to do in this video. So, let's see. We got these 2 cream ones now. I'm thinking about making a couple more, but we'll see. And then 4 white ones, which is really good. I think I'll make one more on my own just to have 5 of them, just the same as this one. I know the white chickens are like super popular. So I have this pink one here, which I just kind of made for Valentine's Day. It didn't really go anywhere, so I have a pink one. I was thinking about making a blue one too. I know Stardew Valley chickens are popular. I don't really play the game. Play it sometimes, but that's what I was thinking too. But I also have a whole bunch of silkies, which I didn't pull out. There's 6 of those in different colors, like a rainbow pastel color, perfect for spring. So yeah, I've got a whole lot of chickens. Not all of them are going to go on the table at once, but yeah, now I have a whole bunch and I can restock as the market goes on. I'm hoping to get into a very large 3-day festival in the middle of April. It's not confirmed yet, but I did pay the deposit and everything, so we'll just have to see. But I think that is about it for this live. Thank you for everyone who joined me, and I know this wasn't like the best live. This is only my 2nd time doing it. I don't really know how to fill the empty air yet, but I'm getting there. Also, I've never done lives before, so it's not super popular on my channel right now, but I really appreciate you guys watching and hanging out with me. And I will be coming back on tomorrow because it's day 2 of the Market Prep Challenge, and I'll be crocheting my baby possum pattern. So this pattern was meant to come out today, but it's gonna have to come out later today. One of my testers forgot to take some photos and she had to go out, and she was on like a trip of some kind. Totally fine. It's not a big deal at all, and it's a good thing because I don't need to publish patterns the moment I wake up on the day I said they'll release. So this pattern will be out either by tonight or tomorrow morning. A free tutorial on my YouTube channel, and actually my testers said they have been selling really well at their markets, which is really cool. So yeah, I think that's about it. I will see you in tomorrow's live. We'll be crocheting possums. I've got a whole pile of possum heads that I need to finish. So if you want to see that, tune in for tomorrow. And I think that's about it. So thank you, and I will see you later. Bye.